Hello, and welcome to my podcast. I'm JP, and I'll talk about understanding credit cards. Now, in April 2019, the total debt of credit cards was 1.06 trillion and growing rapidly. This is pretty significant in consideration of the economic conditions in our society today. More and more people are utilizing their credit card to cover bills and other things just to make the ends meet. Today I'll be going over basics of the credit card, including interest rates, credit utilization, what type of credit card that would be comparable to you and your lifestyle. Now, the first one I want to go through is the credit card interest rate. Now, it varies from, let's say, introductory 0% to a whopping 30% based on your credit score, income, assets, current debt load, current inquiries, payment history, and economic conditions, which it would be today would be a factor, I would have to say. Now, obviously, the best rates will go to the consumer that has a positive or proven credit history. Now, there are two types of credit cards, which are secured and unsecured. Now, the vast majority of the population uses unsecured credit cards. That means that there is no credit card account that is funded by the person. And that's why banks charge exuberant amounts of interest with the credit card usage. And then obviously the secured credit card would have money backed into the account so that the banks would have less of a risk for to issue out the credit card. Now, let's talk about the credit card utilization limit. Now, the credit card utilization limit is basically the balance that you put forth on the credit card. Now, in general, it should not be no more than 10% of your balance limit, or you'll get hit on your credit score negatively. And this will be in a duration of period of 24 months. Now, for example, the credit card utilization limit, you would have, let's say, 50,000 limit on 3 different credit cards. Well, then your 10% utilization limit should be only 5,000. Unless you go over the limit, then you get hit on your credit score. Now, as far as the interest rate on a credit card, there are 2 types of interests. Fixed and variable. Now, fixed obviously is going to stay put and basically be a solid, let's say, 5%, 6% of your balance. That should be cut and dry on your balance. Now, as far as the variable rates, it could increase or decrease, but most likely will increase. And if you are delinquent or have issues with your account in some ways, then it will significantly go up. And that obviously would be in your credit card contract. Now, as far as the interest rate, there's a grace period that if you use your credit card, that the interest will not be automatically tacked onto your balance. That's called a grace period. Now, that's usually 20 to 30 days after you use your credit card that you would have to pay either the balance or a good portion of the balance to not get charged that interest rate on your account. Now, another subject that's associated with the credit card are credit card fees that most corporate banks, big banks, use to basically get extra money from you. No way around that. And then basically tack it on to your overall credit card balance. But I would say shop around and find the best credit card that has the least amount of fees, if any, to be comparable with your budget. Now, there are all sorts of fees, from a balance transfer fee to like maintenance fees. So you'd have to do your own due diligence as far as choosing a credit card that works for you. Now, there is incentives that are built into certain credit cards that'll give you like bonus points, frequent flyer miles, or even cash out situations. And again, I would do your own due diligence to find out what best benefit program works for your lifestyle. And remember, this is to entice you to choose their credit card. So try to pick the best one that will work best for you and your lifestyle. So in conclusion, all credit card users should have a responsible spending plan to not go over their utilization limit, which is 10%, or your household budget. The balance should be paid off ASAP or relatively soon to avoid the interest rates and possible fees associated with the credit card. But if anyone wants to learn about more info or statistics about the credit card or credit card things that show some sobering information about our spending habits through credit card, you can go to creditcards.com /credit card debt statistics. And I wanted to announce that I'm going to be doing a video podcast here soon, so I'm going to be setting up for that. I'll probably be doing some of my audio podcasts into video, so just look for that. And thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.